at www.tanktv.com. We'll blow you away. The whole reason the nation should be pro-abortion. It's From the Ville with Martin Steele.
They're on now, though.
Are we on? Finally, we're fucking on the air. A lot of technical difficulties. We've got a full plate ahead of us, folks. Something's going awry with my penis. We've got a couple deaths on the death pool. Of course, Heath Ledger kicked it earlier this week. And aside from that, we've been banned. Officially been banned.
We're both forgetting things, Steele. I forgot to turn the power to the mics on, and you forgot to clean the white shit out of your beard.
Oh, my Lord. Is that semen? Oh, there's a come clean when you need one. Jesus Christ. On my way to the studio, I should have cleaned out the sperm. Oh, anyway. By the way, we forgot to mention this. We also have our retarded friend Dougie on his way over.
He told me he's on his way over, but remember, he's retarded.
Oh, he may not know how to get here.
We don't know whether or not.
Are his handlers with him is my question.
Did
somebody call on his behalf saying that they would, in fact, escort him or transport him to the studio from the bar in which he's all liquored up at the moment?
As far as I know, no.
Oh, my. So you mean to tell me that here we are, it's a lot of snow falling here in the state of Michigan, the Mitten State, if you will. You mean to tell me this much, that he called you? First of all, I don't know how. Somebody else had to dial a phone for him because he certainly isn't capable of doing that. He's not very numerically sound. But you mean to tell me that he's going to track, and this is only about a 10-minute walk normally, this retard is going to tromp in the snow because we have probably not a couple of feet, probably almost a foot of snow out there since last night. You mean to tell me he's going to get here without having any sort of mishaps on the way? You know, there's several bars on the way between here and where he is. He may stop at several of those places along the way. This retard friend of ours is named Dougie, by the way, in case some of you are new to the show.
Yeah.
And he loves free booze.
Oh, he does. He certainly does.
Oh, my Lord. He might be here. Oh, here it comes. He's strolling through the green room.
Straight out of the green room.
Oh, my. And he's tuned up, too. What's up, Dougie? What's going on? Not much.
Sit down, Dougie, and we'll get you on the show here in a little bit.
Sit down and we'll get your mic all hooked up. He's all liquored up, folks. He's all boozed up.
Yeah, he's already fucked up.
Yeah, he's a mess of a man.
Retarded, so he's usually
he's something. Absolutely. He's got some issues there going. That's a fine-looking shirt, young man. You look fantastic. You're absolutely tremendous. Why don't you put that, why don't you just throw your jacket over there?
Get yourself
get yourself comfortable. Keep your pants on.
All right, Steele, let's move on. We'll get to Dougie in a little bit here, but you mentioned in the opening we've been banned.
Oh, yes, we have, and this time we're not banned from Ustream like we were a couple weeks ago. Hence the fact we had to make a new page. But, yes, we have been banned, and actually it started earlier in the week on Wednesday when we were watching. We tuned into our old network because we had firsthand information. We had a tip from our boss at Tank TV,
right?
Tank Radio, www.tanktv.com, that the program director, who also friends of ours, Loraniak and the Cuzfucker, who have the show Temptation, or had the show Temptation, over at our old network, K-Sex, or as it's affectionately being called now on Tank TV, K-Sucks.
K-Sucks.
Yes, because you cannot now on Tank TV, if you're typing in anything, say you're typing in something and you're using a tag, or you're typing in something maybe on a memo or something of us saying that we're formerly with K-Sex, Mr. Brandy has it set, the settings. So anytime you type in the word K-Sex, it changes the E to a U, so it's K-Sucks. So anyway.
Did you just say Mr. Brandy?
Absolutely, I said Mr. Brandy.
What the fuck's going on over there?
I'm very formal. I like to address not my peers, because he's not my peers, my elders, if you will. He's one of my elders. Actually, I think we're the same age. But he's an authority figure over there at Tank. Absolutely, Mr. Brandy. Anyway, he's got it set so you can't type in K-Sex. It automatically pops up as K-Sucks.
Right.
So we tuned into so-called the real K-Sucks at ksucks.com. Because he had tipped us off that Rainey, who's also program director, or was program director at K-Sucks, was planning on quitting on air during her show, What the Fuck Wednesdays.
Yes, people were very surprised by this. We, of course, knew about it ahead of time.
Yes, and the chat room was as full as it normally is. Most of her usual suspects were in the chat room watching the show, not really knowing what may transpire later, as we did. We didn't try to tip anybody off or lead anybody to give that away ahead of time, so they were a little astonished when the segment came. But as that segment started to air, somebody obviously tipped off the boss man, as he goes by, over at KSUX Radio, John Belinkie, the owner, the man who owns the majority of the shares at KSUX Radio. So he logged on immediately to find out what was going on because at this point, Rainey had already started to divulge some of the things that had upset her and that she was starting to give hints that this may be her last hurrah, and right there live on air. So he started to chime in. You and I were in the chat room, which, by the way, I've had to start a new account prior to that because I'd been locked out of my old account. So I went in. Now my name is From the Ville Steele or www.fromtheville.com or something of that nature. You're FTV Martin, and we're in the chat room as this takes place. John Belinkie, the owner of KSUX, logs on, and immediately, all of a sudden, I get a pop-up window that states, you've been banned, meaning that somebody, I'm assuming the boss man, John Belinkie, banned me from the chat room.
Now, this was the chat room you were banned.
This is on Wednesday.
Correct.
Yes. And then you called me immediately, and you asked me, what the fuck, did you just get banned? I said, absolutely, I just got banned. And you had been banned, too, during the chat room session on Wednesday while watching Temptation, were you not? So you and I were talking back and forth. So we tried logging in over and over again. We could not do it. In fact, I was unable to get back in the chat room over there that night. However, I then was still able to stay online on the site, and I was able to get to the blogging portion or the bulletin board. So I peppered KSUX with probably no less than 20 bulletins.
Oh, yeah, you were the feature on KSUX's front page is the last 5 bulletins to be posted stay up on the homepage. Right. Which they were all you at one point.
Yes, I knocked everybody off the top 10 list or whatever. Absolutely, I did. I'll do it again.
You're very childish.
Oh, I'm very immature. I've never said that I was a mature man. In fact, I'm probably the most childish one over at Tank TV. Absolutely, I am.
I'd say the most childish is whoever programmed it to go from K-Sex to K-Sucks.
Oh, that's
quite childish, but I enjoyed it.
Yes, very immature. Very immature.
So,
like what's going on over there.
So what happened was then, you were banned. So but you were not banned from blogging.
I wasn't banned from the site. I was banned from entering the chat room, and
okay.
I still was unable to get in there the couple days after Wednesday evening when I was originally banned, and you were banned as well from the chat room.
And the thing is, though, it wasn't just us, but like half of the loyal K-Sex fans also immediately after she quit. I, of course, typed in the chat room, hey, Steele just got banned.
Right.
Like half the people in there, though, immediately started writing links to Tank. Everyone was going to Tank TV.
Absolutely.
So everyone's going over to Tank. Everyone's banned. I'm not banned yet at this point. I got banned from the chat the next day.
Oh, okay. So they were a little delayed on you.
Yes. And now this morning, you then got banned from the entire site, you're telling me.
Well, yes. Well, since Wednesday night, I was just banned from the chat room, obviously, because I was still able to blog, and I blogged my ass off over there. I like to blog, folks. I'm a blogger. Absolutely. I'm 36 years old. I'm constantly blogging. I think there's something wrong with that. In fact, something might be amiss with that. I don't think you're supposed to blog after the age of 26. But anyway, here's the deal. On Wednesday, after we were kicked out of the chat room, and after basically being that Rainey is also program director, basically she was in charge of the programs and whatnot. Basically, they went to reruns after that, or at least a good portion of the shows went to reruns. I went over to Tank TV after that, and I saw a lot of the, well, you could say the regulars or the usual suspects from the old K-Sucks that you see that have accounts over there or had accounts.
You're sticking to that K-Sucks thing,
well,
aren't you?
I'm afraid if I don't, somehow Mr. Brandy's going to make it so when we speak, he's got some sort of voice-altering system that changes it automatically.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, my, drunken Dougie. He's got a Kellogg shirt on, by the way. Absolutely. Anyway, here's the deal. I go on to Tank TV, and this is 1 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standards. I go into the Tank TV chat room, or actually I'm over on Tank TV, then I'm done blogging at KSUX. Now I got to jump over to Tank TV and start blogging. I'm not done blogging. I'm blogging hours on end, folks.
Right.
So I go to Tank TV, and I see a message in the shout box, which is on the front, the homepage of tanktv.com, that says, coming from the head honcho, the big cheese, Joe Brandy, saying, who goes under Tank TV is his alias or his account name over there, saying, FTV, if you guys are on here, log into the chat room, which I did, and there was, I don't know, 20, 25 people in there. At this
point, can I just point out that I didn't even know there was a chat room at Tank TV?
Oh, absolutely.
I do now.
Glad to see you're on top of things.
I'm getting familiar with shit.
Oh, absolutely. You're very astute, my friend. But here's the deal. I go in there, and now I see 20, 25 names in the chat room, which are all basically, like I said, the same the same sons of bitches you used to see over at KSUX, all talking back and forth, mostly all bad-mouthing John Belinkie and KSUX ownership and whatnot. So a lot of them actually mentioned during the course of being in the chat room that evening on Tank that a lot of them immediately after Rainey's resignation had automatically, they just deleted their accounts. They're done with KSUX, and now they're obviously made the move and the jump to Tank TV. Then there was big news that hit the next day, on Thursday, taking place over at KSUX. I believe you know what happened there.
Yeah, in fact, I was on the phone, actually, before Rainey quit, I was on the phone with Powder, so I knew he was planning on quitting on air Friday. Well, he never got that opportunity. Evidently, they either... I don't know if they forced him. I haven't talked to him since, but something fucking happened. Anyway, Powder ended up quitting.
Which, in turn, Heather Pink, because he was host of Pinky and the Geek, so Heather Pink obviously went out the door with him.
A couple hours later, Dick Tracy ended up quitting. So basically, through the entire weekend at KSUX into flux, Powder didn't say what he's going to do, but Dick Tracy's already said he's coming to Tank TV and radio. He's going to
have it just like we have a TV and a radio show. We are twice a week on the radio side at Tank Radio, and of course we do 2 shows live on Saturday nights on Tank TV. And Dick Tracy is going to follow suit and do the same thing. Here's the deal. I still like to keep up with what's going on at the old network because I think it's fun to see the place fall into ruins, which it simply is. People are walking out the door left and right. It's a matter of time before everybody walks out the door. My advice to you is the last one to leave, please turn off the lights. But here's the deal. I logged on to KSUX today after I got done on Tank doing my thing over there. Logged on because I wanted to pepper it with a few more blogs because that's basically what my whole week is consisted of, is blogging. So I go over to KSUX. Now I type in ksux.com, and I can't even get on the home page. I get an automatic message that pops up and says, your IP has been banned. I have been officially banned completely and wholeheartedly from KSUX. I cannot.
Seems like everything. You're one step ahead of me.
Yes.
You were banned from the chat room first, then a day later I was.
Right.
Your account was deleted, then a day later I was.
Absolutely.
Now today my account is deleted. I can no longer log in.
You can't even get to the homepage either?
I can get to the homepage.
Oh, my.
So I could, in fact, create a new profile and go on there and continue the blogging.
Right.
You, however, are going to have to go down to the public library.
Absolutely.
To be able to visit KSUX.
Yes, I have to not, because it's not just my email address, because after I got banned the first time, I was still able to log in and sign up with a new account by using FTV at From the Ville instead of my own email, Steele at From the Ville. And so I can't even do that anymore. I have to go to a totally different computer with a totally separate IP address to even get on ksux.com. And let me ask you this. Pretty soon, my friends over at KSUX, the deal is going to be this. You're not going to have any members. The only members you're going to have are all of my added accounts that I have to get on to Bulletin and Blog over there.
Hellfire's saying in the chat room that there's something, an IP blocker that you can use that will get you back on.
That would be fantastic. I like the sound of that. In fact, I may have to use that because I still like to pepper them with this. But here's the deal. They basically shot themselves in the foot over there because I don't care who you are or what you do. The deal is this with KSUX. You are dying, and you are dying a slow death. And Martin and I were more than happy to be cordial with you. In fact, Martin may have an email here that was sent to us weeks before we went out to Las Vegas from the heads or the ownership over at KSUX, which basically kissed our ass. And I don't know if you have that.
I do, in fact.
Well, why don't you read that?
This is kind of inside, though, but longtime listeners of KSUX will know all this stuff.
Absolutely.
Some of what's going on here.
I'm looking forward to it myself.
This was written to everybody who was on KSUX Radio. No, you have never seen this deal. To all. I am sure that you are no doubt aware that Joe Brandy left KSX on 12/20/07 suddenly and with no notice. In addition to leaving a number of areas in disarray, I like his use of the word disarray.
I absolutely do. I will say that much. I love any disarray. I like the amux, and I like anything that has an A in front of it. Astute, amiss, askew, if you will. Those type of things are fantastic, so go on, my friend.
Compounded by no transition of responsibilities. This came on the heels of prior 2 weeks where the KSX radio servers had crashed. As you know, that we couldn't get on to KSX for like 2 weeks before Christmas.
Yes.
And then Joe quit and we were out. And I was told that John had no desire to bring back KSX radio. Then I got this email. The technical side is retooled and up again out of KSX's broadcast location in L.A. rather than Joe's house in New York. I presume that you are all still interested in getting back on the air and will help me work through the remaining issues with our technical team to accomplish this as quickly as possible. Please confirm the following in an email to me. 1, your desire to continue with KSX Radio. 2, your complete contact information for you and your co-host. 3, promotional photos, show info, banners, and whatever you have so we can optimize how to promote the show, and any new time slot requirements that you may want. Says, once you have all gotten back to me, we will get the last details resolved and provide you with the new FTP info to upload your shows. I am sure there will be some unexpected glitches that come up, as Joe always handled the radio side of things personally, but the technology is also upgraded and it should work itself out. I am committed to getting this on autopilot quickly and restoring regular broadcasts. Thanks. I look forward to hearing from you. Happy New Year. John Belinkie, President, KSX.com. Area code 301-938-4505.
Oh, my. Oh, good heavens. Did we just give out his phone number?
Did we just give out the boss man's phone number?
I would love to call the
accident?
son of a bitch, but my co-host here, the more mature one of the two, has decided against it. Here's the deal.
I'm thinking, I have offered him
yes.
a free reign to call on the show and discuss this.
Absolutely, but as far as I understand,
I want to give you my response to him still.
Oh, absolutely.
Dear John.
I'm all ears.
We would be happy to stay where we are at on KSX.
Whoa. Is this a Dear John letter?
Well, I guess technically it is.
I know some people who have gotten some of those from their wives. Absolutely. In fact, there was once a sitcom starring Judd Hirsch called Dear John, circa 1987.
John, we would be happy to stay where we are at on KSX. We do the shows each week and release them as archives on our site after the air on KSX. We will be continuing to record shows, so just let me know when and where to upload them. Martin from the Ville. Area code 989-785-0329.
Well, there you go. There's our numbers. Well,
I gave his phone number. I'll give ours too.
Well, I threatened the other night when we were in the chat room over at Tank after we
Here
got...
was his response. You want his response?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I didn't know there was more. Absolutely.
You got it. I'm glad to have you with us, and I'll be in touch soon. We never heard from the cocksucker again. Obviously, it was just a ploy to tell Joe Brandy that, hey, your radio guys are staying with us. They're not going with you. Fuck them. Suck a dick. We never heard back from him. So he can kiss my ass, and we'll do just fine without him.
Yeah, well, Carol Ott kissed my ass on our Vegas shows, and Belinkie, you can have the other cheek, but here's the deal. Martin has offered you full reign to call in anytime you want. You have an open invitation. You are welcome anytime on From the Ville via the telephone, or we'll even fly you up to the studio if you want to come up here.
How are we going to pay for that?
Well, we're going to fly him up. He's going to have to pay for his trip, but we're going to make the arrangements. Absolutely. What do you think? I'm going to spend my money on his ass? Bullshit. But here's the deal. If you don't want to make that happen, we're going to talk to Tank TV. And you know what? If you don't want to come up here or you don't want to come on the phone with us, well, then guess what? From the Ville loves to hit the road. We just came back from Vegas. We were in L.A. earlier this year. You know what's going to happen next? We're flying down to Washington, D.C., Florida, wherever the hell it is you live, and we're going to do shows live from your front yard. And if you don't like it, you better fucking call in because we're on our way. I've had it with this bullshit. The deal is this. Martin and Steele from the Ville is simply on the brink of exploding. On the brink of becoming household names. We were the best thing KSX had going for him, and you know it as well as I do. So the last thing you should have done is shot yourself in the ass, because the one thing Martin and I are very loyal to the people we associate ourselves with, and we associated ourselves with you, and guess what? You turned around and fucked us in the ass. It ain't going to fly with me. You have started a war, and this war From the Ville will win. It doesn't matter who the From the Ville affiliates themselves with, because the bottom line is we're going to the top. We're this fucking close, and we'll take anybody who's around us with us. But if you're going to fucking sit there and stab us in the back, you're not coming along for the ride. That's the way it is. That's the way it's going to be. You can shove it up your ass.
Still going to have a heart attack, man.
All right, Dougie's over there. Let's get a camera on Dougie. What do you say, Steele?
Oh, there's Dougie. I retired for... What's going on, Dougie? It's been a long time no see. You look amazing. You look absolutely astonishing. What's going on?
Good, man. Come on.
Talking to the mic. Pull the mic up to your mouth just like you do normally when you have a penis there. There you go, my friend. What's going on?
Steele?
I'm talking about you having penises next to your mouth.
Looks something good if I have a heart attack, man. Shut the fuck up, man. Take a chill pill.
Oh, I will. Absolutely, I will. I'll heed your advice because I know that you have some sort of medical degree. So anyway, Dougie, God damn, it's been
It's been almost a year probably since Dougie.
Yeah, well, you and Mr. Spring Break, last time you were here in the studio, was along with our other retarded friend from Ohio, Mr. Spring Break. And you, Mr. Spring Break, are not on good terms. You guys don't see eye to eye. You never get along. There's always a lot of controversy between the two of you. So have you seen Mr. Spring Break since the last time you two were on the show?
No, but he's probably back here this summer.
Oh, fantastic. Well, he calls me every once in a while and leaves me a voicemail. It's complete and utter gibberish. I don't know what he's saying. But absolutely.
You're the stupid fucking to give me the fucking number, man.
Yeah, I know. I might need to change that because it's about every 3 weeks now, and it's starting to get shorter intervals.
You probably wouldn't suck your cock.
Well, that might be, and, I may take him up on that one. But anyway, you're now in the studio. Where are you coming from? Were you just down at a local pub down on our bar strip here in Midland Street?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Are you all liquored up from free booze?
No, I paid for it.
Oh, yeah, sure you did. I've fallen for that one for many years. I've known you now for almost probably the majority of my life, 25 or 30 years, and I don't think you've ever paid for a single drop of booze in the entire time I've known you. You play that good card. You play the tard card, and the tard card goes like this. The deal is this. What? What's wrong? What's going on?
I don't want to talk about yourself like that, Still. You're tired right now, man.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is this. You have pulled the wool over my eyes, and Martin's and everybody else's for that matter, on more than one occasion, and you can't deny this, my friend. I love you to death. You know I love you like a brother. Okay, I don't like you at all, really. But here's the deal. You've pulled the wool over. Like, we used to go to Hooters a lot for Monday Night Football. You, I, and a crew of people because we always loved having you around. You're good fodder.
Yeah, because I get the women. You guys can't get none.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely.
That's a good point.
You make an excellent point. You're absolutely on the ball on that one. But you used to always say, oh, God, I don't have any money. So we'd buy pitcher after pitcher after. By the end of the night, Hooters isn't cheap, when you're buying pitchers. Hooters is a little steep for booze, but we'll go there anyway. By the end of the night, we racked up like a $350 bill. And this was weekly, on a weekly basis. So we'd all pool in. You, for some reason, always claim you didn't have any money. So we'd cover your ass because that's just the way we are. That's what dudes do, is we cover other dudes, where chicks usually like to pay. Ever notice that, how chicks will pay for drinks individually on their own?
Yes.
But dudes always cover the crew they're around. I mean, that's just what we do.
Right.
So anyway, we would do that. And there's no ill will because I really don't care. I'm going to be throwing money around that I don't have regardless of whether you're there or not. But you would play the poor card saying, oh, I don't have any money. I don't have any money. Later in the night, after we were leaving or something, we stop at a 7-Eleven. We'll pull in a 7-Eleven. We take you in the 7-Eleven. Lo and behold, you got like 8 $100 bills rolled up in your pocket. What is going on with you?
You don't understand. When we're at Hooters, every time we go to Hooters, you don't understand, man.
I'm listening. I don't understand.
Want to know what it is?
Yes, what is it? Please.
I got the touch.
You absolutely.
The women at Hooters every night, they always give me some money because I keep them satisfied.
Aren't you something? Look at you coming in here, and you're not modest in any way, stretch, or form, are you?
Fuck no, I'm drunk.
Well, you
I'm
are
for another drink, man.
Well, there's another drink. You know where the studio bathroom is off the green room?
Yeah, but...
Well, we don't have people here to cater with people. We don't know. Unfortunately, we're hoping to get that sometime soon. But you're going to have to walk over through the green room.
Get your own fucking
Go
beer.
to the bathroom, because if you think my fat ass is getting up to the chair and going to fucking sit here and wine and dine you're absolutely mistaken, my friend.
You need to shave your fucking beard, man. You look like you're fucking ZZ Top now.
I've never heard that before. Nobody's ever said I look like ZZ Top. That's a new one, Dougie. Here we go, Dougie. Get up, go into the bathroom off the green room, and get a beer in the fridge. There's a fridge right next to the shit.
I know.
All right, well, then go get one.
Or stop talking.
I'm done talking. Absolutely, Dougie.
Go grab yourself a Schlitz, Dougie, and come back.
Co-host Dougie has told me to stop talking. That's fantastic. Yeah, and by the way, if you if you miss the bathroom and exit the studio, you wouldn't hurt our feelings. No, just kidding, Dougie. I love you. Wait till we get the people here.
Oh, Jesus. Dougie's going to be on rare form again today.
He is. Wait till he gets all tuned up.
So, Steele.
Yes.
I've done absolutely nothing this week. I ran the snowblower a couple times.
Oh, fantastic.
Cleared the drive and the sidewalk.
Okay.
Had to make easy access for the mailman.
Oh, well, you're very, like what you're doing. You're looking out for our government workers.
Yeah.
So they can deliver you your packages and your envelopes and bills, statements, if you will. That's fantastic.
You know what else I did, though?
What's that? Oh, my. I was hoping we were just going to freeze over this and forget about it.
Oh, no.
Now I got to put up with all your fucking nonsense. I don't like the sounds of this. Oh, Dougie brought back 2.
I see he went for the good stuff, the blast.
Yeah, Dougie doesn't fuck around. He is something. Put the headphones on there, my friend. There you go.
Dougie, take your hat off.
Yeah, Dougie, you may have to take your hat off. There you go. That is one. That's a nice looking mop of hair up top. Oh my! What? Put the headphone on.
I can hear you, bitch.
Oh, Jesus! You don't have to be rude, my friend. Very abrasive. You know, you get somebody all tuned up from the bar, and they come over here, they come in the studio, and they're very abrasive.
It's ZZ Top. What's your next tour, man?
Coming up this summer, I'll let you know.
I got a feeling he's going to stick with that one all night long.
See, the thing about people that aren't familiar with Dougie is
he's retarded.
He gets affixed on one sort of term or topic, and it's...
All right, Steele, Death Pool 2008 update. Here we go. Are you, in fact, ready to tap out and just surrender?
You know what? You can talk your nonsense. It's early in the season.
It is early. Last week, however...
Yes, I tell you what, I will get...
Last week, I took a very nonchalant... I said, you know what, I got some points. That's great. But, you know, last year, obviously, the points I got early didn't hold up. But as of last Sunday... Steele.
Yes, I'm listening.
I added another fucking 30 points.
Oh, that's fantastic.
With the death of former Newhart actress. Last seen probably, I believe last seen on Will and Grace in a cameo role as a parent of somebody.
Yes, I like when people start their career.
I didn't watch that show.
Yeah.
Alex and Dean, I'm sure, would have more info.
I like when careers of people get to the point where now all they portray is the parents. You see this a lot with this Fred Willard character. He was on... Everybody Loves Raymond is the
He's
parent.
on everything now.
Yeah, he's in every. He's always been in everything. Throughout the 70s, he was on every show known to man. I think he was on Ferndale Tonight. Anyway, go on.
I have picked up another 30 points to add to the 36 I had last week. I now have 66 points, Steele, and quite frankly, I'm running away with this thing.
Well,
I have figured this out. We got the news of her death January 20th. That means 66 points in 20 days. I got out a calculator and did the math, Steele. I am now on pace for some 1,214 points.
Oh, you are absolutely blazing up the charts.
If I continue to score at this pace, I will have 1,200 points by the end of the year.
Well,
and I believe that would be a record.
That certainly would be a record, and I would be amazed if you were to accomplish that feat. However, I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's unrealistic. It may be possible, but it's not plausible.
I'm just saying I'm on pace.
Huge difference. Possible, plausible. Plausibility, quite frankly, means not very likely. Possible means, oh, absolutely, there's a possibility, but it's a long shot. And I don't see it happening. I don't foresee that taking place. So you can sit there and you can calculate all you want and get out your abacus or whatever it is you do to count. And I don't see it happening. But here's the deal. Until somebody is actually official, and I said actually twice there, by the way, in case you caught that. Until somebody actually is declared the champion of the 2008 FTV Death Pool. Remember, that it's like a Super Bowl champion. It's like I am the reigning Death Pool champion until somebody defeats me at the end of the season. I'll admit this. Albeit you are off to an excellent start. You are absolutely flaming. Much like Jason Seacrest. Absolutely. You're as gay as it gets. But here's the deal. I applaud your effort at this portion of the season. I think you are off to an excellent start. We're actually, the rest of us are no doubt behind the 8 ball on this one. But when all is said and done, let's see where the chips fall, my friend. I'm still in this thing.
I'm just saying 66 points. That's a record. I've already set a record. Fastest death of the year. I set that record. Fastest 2 deaths. First person to have multiple deaths in any year of the KSEX or the FTV death pool.
Yes.
I'm just thinking about KSEX because someone's saying on the chat room that they want to have KSEX on their death pool.
That's an excellent point, my friends. You should have put it on there because that thing is dying an agonizing death. It's going to be weeks before everybody else jumps the ship, folks. They're getting off that stinking ship. Nobody stays on a ship that's going down.
Speaking of K6, we should welcome Powder to the chat room. Just
Powder,
signed in.
yes. He was a guest of ours out in Las Vegas. Also hosts the show, Pinky and the Geek. And I believe you can join them at their MySpace at myspace.com/PinkyGeek.
That's correct.
That is correct. I'm on the ball over here, my friend. I may be losing the 2008 death poll, but I'm on top of shit.
I don't know if you noticed, too. I'd like to thank Powder. Did you notice in his press release that he was leaving K6? All these press releases, you can always find out news of what's going on at adultfyi.com. There's press releases, all kinds of news stories. Powder included us in his press release.
Yes, which is fantastic.
It's good to hear. Unnecessary, but very good.
And I also like the linkage. I like when they link our website up. I like when it says From the Ville with Martin Steele, parentheses, www.fromtheville.com. That's where you can find us.
So I am kicking everyone's ass in the death pool, Steele, and I just wanted to point out, and I haven't even had my sure things die yet. You gotta figure this. Phyllis Diller, Zsa Zsa Gabor.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not big pointers, but these fuckers are going.
Yes, and speaking of big pointers, I don't know if anybody had them, but Heath Ledger earlier in the week kicked the bucket. That's a good, 28 years of age?
Yes, he was.
28, yeah.
28 years of age. Now, did he die of the gay cancer? Did he pick this up while filming that gay porn? Wasn't he in a gay porn recently? What was the critically acclaimed?
I don't know if it was necessarily a gay porn.
Backdoor Mountain or something? I thought he went from
Brokeback Mountain.
Well, you see, it's very strange to me because most people get in the entertainment business. They might start out in the adult business and then want to cross over into mainstream. Here's this character, Heath Ledger, doing it in the opposite direction. He goes from mainstream at the top of the game when it comes to being an actor in Hollywood in some of the most critically acclaimed films, not to mention some of the biggest blockbusters over the last decade. And then he steps out and he says, you know what? He steps back, looks at his life and says, you know what? I've had great success in Hollywood. I've done some great mainstream things, but I want to film a gay porn. And he goes into gay porn, and it's the death of him. And I don't know what's going on over there.
Sure was gay porn that caused all this, Still.
What's that?
Sure was gay porn that caused all this, Still.
I don't know what. Can you interpret for me?
I don't know what
something about gay porn. Absolutely. Yes, I'll just say it.
No, he was in the movie Brokeback Mountain.
Oh,
it was a gay movie about cowboys.
Oh, it was. Yeah, like I said, it's a gay porn.
But
fun.
It was on the main screen.
Oh, it was on the main screen?
Yes, it was. It was in the movie theaters.
Where's the main screen at?
Right in your ass.
Oh, there we go.
That's the Dougie I've come to know and love over the years. Absolutely. Give it to me, big boy.
What happened was...
Oh, here we go. This is...
On this thing, do you read a paper?
Oh, no, I do not. I read the WW dots, though, all the time. Every day.
Supposedly what happened was his massage therapist came into his room.
Oh, my. This is something. Yeah.
And she called one of the twins, Olsen twins, 3 times before she called 911.
Okay, I'm with you. Now, what Olsen twin are we talking about? The anorexic one or the one that's
Mary Olsen.
Almost anorexic?
Marie Olsen.
Marie Olsen, oh, absolutely.
Mary Olsen.
Mary Olsen.
Oh, her brother Donnie Olsen. They had the
no,
Donnie
Mary
Osmond?
Olsen from
Mary and Kate Olsen from the Full House.
Oh, from the Full House. Oh, absolutely. The Full House was a great show. Yeah, go on. Okay. So they called, the masseuse comes over to give this guy a happy ending. They find him face down on the floor, breathless, and so they call. So why is the masseuse calling one of the Olsen twins? Wouldn't 911 make more sense?
Because she found his phone on the floor.
Oh, and there's the phone on the floor.
And the phone, his cell phone was on the floor next to him.
I'm listening.
And the first number on the phone was Kate Olsen's phone, or Mary Olsen's phone, one of the twins from Full House.
Okay.
So she called that number 3 times before she called 911.
Oh, my.
But supposedly he had 6 bottles of prescription drugs laying on the ground next to him when they found him.
Well, I'm glad you're here to fill me in on what happened. Now, I still don't understand what's going on here. The masseuse finds him possibly lifeless. He's obviously in a state of disarray. They find him in the floor. They find him next to the bed, wherever he is, lying in a state in which does not look very promising at this point in time. So she picks up the phone, or he, I don't know, maybe he had a game of some sort of dude coming in to give him a massage, maybe massage the calves and up the
Sure
back.
wasn't you still?
Oh, it might have been. This is going to go.
This is what I love.
Yeah.
There's, we could sit here and tell people what happened with Heath Ledger. Personally, I could give a fuck.
Absolutely.
I thought he was good in 10 Things I Hate About You.
I've never seen a thing he'd done.
You didn't see A Knight's Tale?
No, I remember it being advertised.
There was another one. It had Martin Lawrence in it. It was along the same lines.
Oh, okay.
Some sort of night movie. Okay.
But here's the deal. I still don't understand. The masseuse sees the phone lying next to him, notices in the call log that he has last talked to this Mary Kate Olsen. And instead of does this phone not have the numbers on the keypad that say 911? Is that not on this guy's phone? Are those digits missing?
Yes, it does, but she thought he was still alive. She didn't know he was dead.
Oh, so she wants to call an anorexic for a guy who's dying on possibly his last breath. She thinks the wise thing to do is call an anorexic mess of a person.
But before she called her, she called his phone because their appointment was at 2:45 p.m.
Oh,
in the afternoon.
That makes sense. She finds him.
The housekeeper came at 1 o'clock in the afternoon to clean the house.
Okay.
He was supposed to have been sleeping in his bed. And room cleaner thought she heard him.
Is a room cleaner anything like a housekeeper?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, housekeeper thought he was sleeping.
I thought a room cleaner was a vacuum cleaner. I don't know what's going on here.
You should know about vape cleaners.
Oh, why?
You need one right. You need one right in your mouth right now.
Oh my! There you go. That is something. That's Dougie. Dougie Warsaw, folks. Coming up with the wisecracks.
So Heath Ledger's dead.
Yes.
I could give a flying fuck. But the fun thing is, we could sit here and tell people what happened in the news, but isn't it more fun to just bring the retard over and have him tell everybody?
Wait,
this is something.
Martin,
they go out.
Hey, I didn't say
Martin,
he did.
You better shut up. You're a retard too, man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I agree, Dougie.
CBS
absolutely
News gets rid of Dan Rather, and they spend all this fucking money on Katie Couric when they could have gave Dougie the job for like a case of beer a week.
And you know how many more people would tune into Dougie?
I would fucking watch it every goddamn night.
Speaking of Katie.
Speaking of it, Dougie in the news, what's going on in the primary election season right now, Dougie?
Who gives a fuck, man?
That's why you can't put him on TV.
That's the thing
you
about
gotta catch what he cares about.
He not only that, but he's riddled with profanity. Dougie will throw out F-bombs like they're going out of business. Absolutely will. But let me just ask you this. Somebody I heard in the news, Dougie, and maybe you can fill us in on this or at least have some sort of rebuttal if Martin and I happen to be inaccurate or misinformed. But here's the deal. I heard something going on with Heath Ledger also came into this arena. They said that he was possibly depressed because of his role as the Joker in the upcoming Batman flick. And this Batman, folks, from K-Sucks is not to be confused with Tony Batman. Because he's bare ass somewhere, and I have a feeling...
Who the fuck are you talking about?
I am talking about Heath Ledger.
Okay.
And I am talking about the fact that the possible theories are that they think that maybe he committed suicide or was highly depressed due to his role as the Joker in the upcoming Batman flick, the nemesis of Batman.
I don't know about that, but they said they found by his bed, or by him, he had 6 empty bottles of pills that was empty.
Okay, what kind of pills?
They said something about...
Xanax?
No. Something about...
Prosilin?
Depression and...
Nexium?
5-hour types.
Viagra?
You need that right now, Steele.
Oh, all right. Absolutely.
Somebody wants to talk to Dougie.
Oh, sure. Caller.
Caller, you're on the air with Dougie.
Yeah, I have a question for Dougie.
Dougie, can you hear the caller?
Talking about happy endings and massage. Is it true that he serviced a man named Bobby in the back of a car?
Oh, my. Very intimate information here. Dougie, what's your response to that? Did you hear the question from the caller?
Yes, I heard the question.
Have you ever been intimate with another man named Bobby? Have you had gay relations?
Have you sucked his dick?
What was that again?
Did you suck his dick?
Oh, my.
Robert, shut the fuck up.
I think he just figured out who.
Oh, my. So you finally figured out who that was. You know this character on the phone, do you not, Dougie?
Yes, I do.
But you never did answer the question. Is there some sort of private life that we don't know about going on with you?
He's talking about the past I had on my birthday.
Oh, my, you did it. Did you touch sacks, or what was going on there? Bag on bag, sack
Some
on
dogging?
sack, man on man, shaft to shaft, tip to tip, head to head?
No, I don't know what happened. I was tore up one night on my birthday.
Oh,
Don't
my.
lie, Doug.
Tore
you
up.
took it deep.
Robert, when's the last time you had sex, man?
The
With a
last
guy.
time,
This could go on
Doug
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, this could go on forever.
Thanks for calling. Take care of those genital awards. Here's the deal.
Wow.
So, but here's the deal. So Heath Ledger's upset because he's playing a clown. Is the Joker nothing more than just a clown? Some guy wearing white makeup and red lips?
This is the fucking thing about that, Steele. It's acting.
Yes, still, like you're doing right now.
Right.
You're acting, man.
Exactly.
I'm acting?
Right now, the way you keep on talking, it looks like you're going to have like a heart attack, man.
Well, you leave me alone, Dr. Dougie.
So
Yes.
the thing is, he comes home and he's all depressed because of this character he's playing is a very dark character,
Right,
supposedly, and that got him into depression.
Joker's
It's a
not
fucking
dark.
character.
He's got white makeup. If he was dark, he'd be kicking Al Jolson. He'd have on some sort of black shoe polish. He'd be going the other way instead of becoming a fucking mime.
I
It's
don't
a
know.
mime.
But it's acting. When you get done acting, you move on. Obviously, the guy was all fucked up. He died. Who gives a fuck?
He was fucked up when he took this fucking part. Come on.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
And
Here's-
it's like Dougie said earlier. How fucked up do you have to be
yes.
that people are calling Mary-Kate Olsen for advice?
Oh, that's absolutely astonishing to me. But let me ask you this. Do you think that Cesar Romero, who portrayed the Joker in the 1960s campy sitcom Batman and Robin, do you think that Cesar Romero got all fucking dark and mysterious and committed suicide? No. There's
Well, he's probably dead right now anyways.
Yes, and if he was still alive, believe me, he'd be on my death pool. And why is Dougie
I bet you
screaming?
anything, sooner or later, still.
Yes.
We'll probably see a thing from theville.com.
Oh, is
I
that-
know thing.
Hold on.
Still's going to be dead of a fucking heart attack. At
Oh.
fucking
Dougie's on
37
this,
years old, man.
Dougie's on this Steele having a heart attack. Thing
Yes.
today.
Am I going to be on your death pool in 09, Dougie? Let me ask you this. You know, I do have sleep apnea. This is well documented on the show, and that can lead to heart attacks. So you might be right, my friend. How incredible would it be if I did wake up dead from a heart attack and Dougie forecasted it ahead of time? That would be something, and I would certainly look forward to that. Quite frankly, I should have been dead a million times already. So I think if I'm still living, I'm going to hang on for a while. But
Did Mark Hamill play the Joker, Steele?
Mark Hamill?
I don't understand. Someone in the chat room put if playing the Joker equals suicide, someone call Mark Hamill and see if he's still alive. I don't get it.
As far as I know,
I'm very confused.
I don't think he played the Joker.
he played Luke Skywalker in the
Yes.
Star Wars trilogy, the original Star Wars trilogy, and then
He might play in the new ones, too. I don't know about
no,
that.
he's not. As far as I know, and I don't know much about Star Trek or Star Wars.
Oh, I see. Mark Hamill voiced the Joker in the animated series.
Oh, well,
There
I
we
would
go.
have
Oh,
never known.
cartoon shit.
Yeah, yes, cartoon shit, apparently. But it's not only that, but here's a little tidbit of information you may not be aware of. Mark Hamill, after his success on Star Wars, went on to portray a character in Corvette Summer, which was a very cheap B movie.
What was that, B flick?
Oh, absolutely, it was a B flick. It was terrible.
Steele.
And you probably fucking watch too, still.
Dougie just
Enough
keeps
with the
screaming.
yelling, Dougie. Jesus.
Dougie once
Drink a
he
beer.
portrayed himself in Corn Cob Summer,
Yes, he did.
and there was less yelling that day
Yes,
too.
yes, I saw that on film, and it was very disturbing. Quite frankly, creeped me out more than Badmaster's show, and that
Oh,
takes a lot of creeping me out.
So what else is going on, Steele? We covered the whole K-Sex debacle. We're the only ones that will actually talk about it.
Yes, yes.
We don't give a fuck. There's all the inside information. We'll put it out there right now. I had earlier today, I had John Belinke's fucking phone number on the screen.
Right, right.
Anyone wants to call him, let me remind everybody.
Yes, please give it out again.
For everyone that's not watching, if they want to hear it live, it's area code 301-938-4505. If you want to call him, ask why he fired Martin and Steele.
Ask him why I'm back. I can't even get on the site anymore. He's so chicken of Martin and I going over there and pumping. Here's the deal, too. I should backtrack a little bit. You know when Powder, Heather Pink came on our show in Las Vegas along with Dick Tracy when we
Right.
did live shows atop the Strip? Here's the deal. They came on our shows. Did we censor those guys in any way, shape, or form from talking about their shows over at KSUX and their endeavors regarding KSUX?
No.
Did we ever shy away from mentioning the fact that we were on KSUX for the last year?
No.
No, never. The problem is these said hosts or other hosts, you know, if they bring up Martin and Steele so much as mentioned From the Ville on their show,
still get the banner.
Guess what? All of a sudden, it's a problem with the ownership at KSUX.
Look at that,
all of a
Stu.
sudden, yeah, I see. Oh,
I got the
KSUX.com.
banner. Here we go.
Absolutely.
Let's
There
rip
we go.
that fucker
Yeah,
up.
here. I'll wipe my ass with it right now. You watching Belinky? I'll wipe my ass.
Here
You
we
fucking
go.
peg.
Oh, my. Yeah. So, anyway, I can finish Steele's story. What happened was Powder went on his show on KSX, talked about us, got a fucking text message telling him he was stupid for promoting us. So, evidently, that's the way they went. They're saying throw it at Dougie after you wipe your ass. Oh, Christ.
What, do I fucking piss on it?
Yeah, pee on it, Dougie.
No, don't pee on it, Dougie.
Wait till we
Can't
get
do
the pee.
that.
But anyway, that's the deal. I'll wipe my ass with KSX, and I'll do it all day long. I really don't give a fuck at this point. You started a fucking war, and we will win. That's just the way it's going to be. So get used to
Still,
it.
shut the fuck up, man. You're going to have a heart attack, man. God
Jesus
damn.
Christ with the heart attack. By the way, John Belinky, 301-938-4505. If you intend on rehiring us, you're going to have to send us a new banner.
Oh, yes. And not
You
only
got to
that,
fucking pay more. You got to talk to me.
turn off his goddamn mic. He is screaming over there.
Dougie, you don't have to scream. The microphone picks up sound, buddy.
I'm not screaming.
There we go.
That's how
much,
you should talk.
Much better.
They want to hurry you guys back. They got to talk to me.
Oh,
Why would anyone
absolutely.
talk to you
Yes.
about anything?
Let me just say this. Unbeknownst to me, folks, when I just wiped my ass with that banner,
There may have been some...
I didn't realize there were staples in it, and I think I got one in the interior of my buttocks. Is there a staple in my buttocks?
No, come on now.
Still,
Jesus, tell me, is there a staple in my buttocks?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on. Oh, Jesus, fuck. There's a half a turd in there.
Is there a staple in my buttocks?
No. Put your pants on.
Come on, now
Craig.
take a look. Take a gander.
No.
Take a peek up my buttocks.
Let me get my light up pen.
Yes. Light it up. Take a peek, Procto. There you go. Anything amiss in there?
Yeah, the fact that you haven't shaved the fucking inside of your crack in
Oh,
months.
my, that could be a problem. I hope I can get the staple out, though. It feels like there's a staple in there.
We'll have to go upstairs and get a staple remover.
Oh, yeah, do that. Dougie, go get the staple remover from the green room. I got a staple in my inside
Did I
my
finish
stink
saying
chamber.
it? Yeah, he bitched at Powder for mentioning us on the show, and then he responded to one of your blogs yesterday, Stu.
Oh, I would like to hear what he said.
Evidently, he called the two of us rednecks and said the
Oh.
only people that were quitting were the ones that they wanted out anyway.
Oh,
So that's the deal on
isn't
that.
and I'm a little hurtful with the rednecks.
Yeah, evidently
he doesn't
we're
have to be so
rednecks.
mean. Yeah, that's very mean spirited on his part.
still, Martin, how was Vegas?
Excellent. That's it was a good time. Here we
Don't
go.
forget, stop talking about this other shit. You've been talking about this shit for like
Yes, exactly.
15,
My point
20
exactly.
minutes. How was Vegas? How
Yes.
was the women there in Vegas?
We covered that last week.
Yeah, we've been covering that for the last 2 weeks. We're done with Vegas until next year. It was a great time.
We're going to have a porno down here, man.
Yeah, we will. Well, we do. We got. If you see, we got nothing.
What do you
but
want?
porn
Porn?
around
Give him.
us.
Here, give
take
him
a
this.
porn.
No,
take
no,
grannies in Blackland.
Here, give him this one.
Yes.
That's all chicks masturbating while they choke themselves.
Yes,
You'll
yes.
enjoy that.
Yes, but yes. Apparently, though, there wasn't a problem with KSX ownership when they were able to mention their shit on Tank TV.
Right.
Yeah, it's not very reciprocal. There seems to be a double standard there.
Well, he's a jackass.
Well, I'm done with them, quite frankly.
You must be fucking losers. Don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about, Dougie. What are you talking about? Hey, take a look at that porn. You'll enjoy it. Audio asphyxiation. It's a good time.
Who knows? Might see. I might tell him. I might put on the West Town tonight.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go. Okay, you got a story over there, looks like?
Yeah, I do. What do you want? You want something from the fetish community, like evidently we're part of now?
Oh, well, we've experienced the fetish community. Absolutely. We were...
Martin, just throw a story in. Come on.
Or would you like dummy?
I prefer...
Dumb be a good one for Steele.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, why don't you... Let's go with Dougie's
Okay.
choice on this one. It's a good one for
This
me.
is from Sandy Springs, Georgia, Steele.
Okay.
A bank robbery suspect was arrested while waiting at a bus stop to make her getaway.
That's fantastic. So then what'd she do, have the bus park outside the bank? You know how you see these cars in the movies? They're
You want to play an old game called Guess the Color?
It still was that
Chanel
you?
Monet Gaskin, 22.
Asian.
Thinking no. Was arrested Wednesday after a police officer saw her waiting for a bus and matched her to the description of the robbery suspect.
Oh.
The police lieutenant said that just wasn't too bright.
Oh, good heavens.
A woman went into a bank shortly after 1 p.m. Wednesday and demanded money, police said. She did not show a weapon. After being given a bag of cash, she ran across a parking lot to a restaurant where a dye bomb exploded and sprayed orange-colored ink on her and the money. She left the restaurant and then tried to stash the dye-stained clothes and money in a bathroom at a nearby grocery store. She apparently changed clothes and then went to a bus stop behind the grocery store.
Oh, that is a great move on her part.
What made Gaskin think she could escape on public transportation, Steele?
I'm lost on this one. Fill me in, my friend.
She says she's done it before.
Oh, well, this is one of her MOs. You know, if I was in the police community, that would be her MO.
She admitted that on January 15th, she robbed a bank in DeKalb County and then got on a bus.
That's a hell.
So that's the thing. Fuck a getaway car. Let's rob the fucking thing. And I'm gonna give this advice to anybody who wants to. Anybody, shut up. Anybody who wants to rob a bank and take a bus to get away, check the bus schedule before.
That may be a good idea.
You might want to make sure there's going to be one right there.
See, you're one step ahead of me. I didn't think of that. Absolutely, Dougie. What do you got to do?
Another thing, too, is if the money blew up, wash your face and hands.
Yes.
I'm glad we waited for that.
Yes, that is very astute, Dougie. You're on top of shit over there. Let me say this. You guys are both 2 steps ahead of me because I didn't think of the bus schedule being a problem. I didn't think of that. I didn't think of trying to time your crime with the arrivals and departures of the buses. That's good work on their part. I like what's going on with her right now. Quite frankly, I like the cut.
Still, you should know that, man.
Why did we invite him? I'm trying to remember. Dougie, how's that beer? How's the beer? How's the beer?
Because Dougie's a good time.
Yeah,
I don't
Dougie.
care what anyone
I love
says.
him to
the
death.
interrupts. There'll be no flow to these shows.
Still just mad because you can't handle ass in probably, 2 weeks?
I just had ass. It was in my face.
Yes, Martin did just have. Technically, Martin had some ass just a few minutes ago.
Well, you haven't had none in probably How long still?
How long has it been since I've gotten a piece of ass?
Yeah.
3 weeks. How long's it been since you have? 3 minutes?
No, but listen.
Yes, I'm listening. I'm all ears, my friend. I'll.
We're not talking about your hand.
Oh, yes. Here we go. The masturbatory jokes are about ready to fly. Go on, Dougie. Hit me up, big boy. I'm all ears.
We're talking about pussy, not your hand.
Oh, yes. I should have known that before I just piped up with 3 weeks. The answer to the question would still be 3 weeks.
It must be still your hand.
Yes, it was still my hand.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Unless you went to...
So, Dougie, fill everybody in. What's been going on in your life since we last talked over this summer? You're still working at a local drinking establishment?
Yes, I am.
Doing a fine job over there?
Always do.
Yes.
Okay.
Are they exhausted from being around you every day as I am for the last 10 minutes? No.
They think I might be one of the managers soon. There.
Oh, yes, I can imagine.
I should be.
Who told you that?
You know who they are, the owners.
Are these figments of your imagination telling you
No.
this? Are these delusions of grandeur? What's going on with you? I like the sounds of this.
So Dougie's he's a management candidate, evidently.
Are you going to be an associate at any time soon? Is that what everybody over there is just simply an associate? Are you an associate right now? What's your job?
Always there, man.
Yeah, no. I know you associate with the place, not associate, an associate. A different pronunciation. Let me ask you this. What is your specific title at this said pub?
What do you mean?
I mean, what is your working title? Barmaid, janitor, bartender, owner, manager, bouncer, security. You have to have a title. What is your title?
I do everything over there.
Oh, so you're a jack of all trades.
Someone in the chat room's reminding me still that last time Dougie was on, he told us a story about how he had to scrape the dog shit off the dance floor.
Oh, I forgot about that. The dog shit on the Grand
everyone's
Am.
Robert again.
The Grand Am dance floor.
Do you want to tell everyone about the newest feature on FromTheVille.com?
No, but why don't you go ahead? You actually set it up, so why don't you know more about it? I'm pretty much out of the loop on this one, my friends.
We now have a wiki page, Steele.
Oh.
You know about the wiki?
I know all about the wikis.
We also have an entry on the official Wikipedia.
Yes, we do.
But that's a little difficult. What's going on now is I named 5 moderators. I turned it on. Besides the Wikipedia, which you wrote, and anyone, of course, on Wikipedia can edit that. But I named 5 moderators. I turned it on. There's a link on the homepage of FromTheVille.com to our wiki. You'll find it over on the left-hand side with all the other links. You can go there. You can edit whatever the fuck you want. Steele and I will not write on that page ever. That's strictly for the fans to write anything they want. You can start other pages inside that wiki, so you go with basically anything. Fuck it. You want to make a page about Dougie? You want to make a page about my ass?
Here's the deal, folks.
Whatever.
Make a page about Steele's ass.
It's nonstop tonight, folks, so get used to it. Dougie in the house. But here's the deal. You guys can apparently go on to this Wikipedia page that Martin just mentioned. Write anything you want. I have a feeling you sick fucks, all you jackasses in the chat room, the people that tune into our podcast, the radio shows, all the people that have access to us in all the different formats we're on. Here's the deal. I have a feeling by the end of this, you and I are going to be having gay relations. I have a feeling they're going to be printing a lot of misinformation on this Wikipedia.
Yeah, and I don't care.
I don't either.
Here's what I want to see what happens.
Yes.
Everyone go to our wiki page, write whatever the fuck you want. I'm interested to see what you guys put up about it.
Yes, get creative. Make up lies.
I'd actually like them to try to come up with facts.
Yes, and actually...
but I think the facts are going to be so askew
right, they're
that it's going to be hilarious anyway.
So off base. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be entertaining reading. It actually is something that I can't wait to see what they come up with. But yes, I have a feeling if you want to print some misinformation, folks, please give me a bigger penis. Somewhere in your writings, talk about my member and how enormous it is and how engorged it gets without medication.
It's still they can't.
Yes, I know. Is that too far-fetched, Dougie, to give me a big penis?
That's way too far. That's way too far-fetched.
Because
man.
I have a small penis. Speaking of which, if you're new to the show and you have not seen Dougie's penis, is that still on our website?
I don't know if it's still on there or not. It's been on there. It'll be up again.
Yeah, we'll be putting
a lot of that shit kind of rotates on and off. We'll get Dougie.
But I'll
get the video of Dougie putting his.
We have a video.
It's not up right now, but it will be.
Dougie whipping. Well, I don't know if being that small of a penis is actually considered whipping out. He opens up his pants and there's something in there. We're not sure what it is. It's some sort of genital, but we're not sure what. But yes, we'll be back on our website. Plus, there's a still photo of me measuring it. And if you recall, this was almost a year ago when we did this. I had a measuring tape in my hand, not the ruler, so to speak, the tape.
Yes.
And the tip of the head of the penis didn't even reach the metal part at the end of the tape, which is only about 2 millimeters.
You still know why?
Yeah. Why is that? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the pants? What?
It was scary, man. There was no women around. Well, could have been harder.
Oh, so you're scared that we're all the gays were around or something? And they're gonna come
you're the gayest one here, man.
Oh, thank you. That's fantastic. Well, apparently you're not off base because everybody in West Hollywood thought I was the gayest thing on the strip. So absolutely, there might be some. You have good gaydar, Dougie? Is your gaydar up to speed? Yeah, I'm listening.
Did you make any money when you were in Vegas besides doing the show?
What, mal-prostituting? Is that what you're getting at here?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I took it up the poop chute many times out there.
So I think you better go get a hold with
here we go.
Eazy-E.
Yeah, Eazy-E. A 1991 reference that nobody knows who he is.
This show.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Still know who I'm talking about.
He was a rapper that died of AIDS. Who?
I'm talking about Eric.
Oh, I don't know who he is.
And Tupac.
Tupac was another rapper who died of
something.
something.
About Scott.
I don't
Clemens.
know. I don't know. Nobody knows who you're talking about.
Scott.
Nobody cares, Dougie.
Nobody cares.
All right,
complete
right along, we're almost
Stu knows who I'm talking about.
All right, Dougie, it's time to simmer down over
If you want to get some, if you
Jesus,
you
shut
want,
his fucking mic
still,
off, would you? Yes,
if
go
you
ahead,
want to make
Dougie.
money,
yes, I'm listening.
Talk to Scott and Eric.
Oh, apparently I don't need to hire a financial advisor. Dougie is going to tell me how to make money. This is great. Yes,
you want to make money?
Yes, I'm listening.
After this, talk to Scott and Eric and go to Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
We're going to dock.
Oh, there you go. Well, I'm glad to see Dougie got his CPA license since the last time he was on the show.
Okay, so
no, I got another story here.
Oh, do you? Good.
Yes.
What's going on in your life?
You know, you had not a personal story. I got a story out of the news. You had a crime story. I got a crime story. You want to talk about modus of operandi? I like this guy's. I like what's going on with this Canadian gentleman. This coming out of Canadian, the C News, if you will, offline.
It's coming out of Canadian?
Coming out of the Canadian press is what I meant to say. Absolutely. The CBC, if you will. You've heard of the CBC? It's the...
Canadian Broadcast Channel.
CSC?
No, I'm talking about the bastard child of the BBC. It's an illegitimate... Yes, illegitimate...
Canadian Broadcast Corporation.
Yes,
Go ahead.
absolutely. Listen to how this crime took place. You know how we have the crazy Koreans in this country that go to a tech technological institute or university run amok and shoot up the entire student body? Remember this Ho Chi Minh, the shooter in VTU? Virginia Tech?
Yeah, Ching Chong.
Yes, and you remember we've had shootings like this at McDonald's and other schools. What's the Dylan Klebold one? Columbine or what?
Columbine, yeah.
Oklahoma?
Yes, that one too. Well, that's a different story. I think he's thinking of McVeigh and the Oklahoma City bombing.
Okay.
We're thinking of mass shooters, but yes, you're close.
We really got to start bringing a Dougie
McDonald's
translator.
wasn't one of them still.
Yes, absolutely. Here we go. Now listen to how they go about this type of crime up in Canada. Remember the gun laws up there. A 37-year-old man is facing multiple charges after a half a dozen people, including a pregnant woman, were assaulted with a hockey stick at the city center mall.
Fucking Canadians.
They don't go with guns up there. There's no firearms. They grab their nearest hockey stick.
This guy goes into there was a guy in the mall just like a month ago. He walked in with an AK-47 or some shit.
In Nebraska, home of Jeffrey of Omaha.
And he was firing up.
Yes.
This guy is coming in with a hockey stick.
I hope it's not got an illegal bend on the end of the blade.
Now, I'm sure this may get into this.
Yes.
Did he swing it at people, or did he also break out a bag of pucks and start firing slap shots at people?
That would be a good one.
What the fuck?
I don't see that here, but he did hit a pregnant broad. And maybe the fetus. I don't know what's going on here. They're charging him with a half a dozen people. You know, half a dozen. What's a half a dozen, Dougie? Let's see if it...
6 people.
Oh,
man.
absolutely.
Oh, there we go. Good work,
Fantastic.
Dougie.
That's excellent. Didn't know you would get that. What's a half of a baker's dozen?
Still 6.
No, 6.5. But you're close. Absolutely.
Pretty
Are you
good.
sure
Dougie.
6.5?
Yes.
Because a baker's dozen. You know what a baker's dozen is?
I know it's not you.
That's fine.
That's why we
That's
keep bringing
good
them
radio
over.
right there. Absolutely. Anyway, by the way, also I'd like to mention this took place in the City Center Mall, and of course the Canadians spell center C-E-N-T-R-E.
Yes, it's
a little
very
different from the
popular.
States. Yes.
And the Brits.
Well,
do
see,
that,
I find it very pompous as well. I think it's a pompous way to spell shit.
I know we've talked about this before, but they also put a U in the word humor.
Yes, they do.
And color.
So do they over in Australia and the British Isles.
Yeah.
How do you know about that, Steele?
Because I know how to speak. I know my Canadian and British history.
So what else? Is that
I
it?
don't
He
think
just
you
took
do,
a...
man.
Is there any details on the crime?
Yes. Police say the bizarre incident unfolded, which I like the use of the word unfolded in that particular sentence, at 11:30 a.m. Tuesday when a man approached a pregnant woman and began speaking to her. I like the fact that he approaches her and tries to pick up a conversation before he just starts running amok with a hockey stick.
No, he's carrying a hockey stick as he approaches her.
Yeah,
Okay.
in the mall. You know, not at a hockey rink or some sort of outdoor skating
Still,
area.
You know, I gotta
shut
come
up.
on.
I gotta think that here in this country, someone might wonder why you're walking around the mall with a hockey stick.
Yes, it'd be like
in
us.
Canada, normal.
Well,
I
you know,
guess.
in Canada, hockey is their national sport. Here, you might not find it. If somebody were walking around with a
You
baseball
know,
bat.
Still, there's some dude like carrying a hockey stick can. Who gives a fuck,
Yeah,
man? Knows something's gonna happen. With
Yes,
it.
yes, yes. There we go. Did you turn off his mic? Great, fantastic.
For a little bit here.
Now I wonder if he had a hockey helmet on, because that would throw people off a little bit, because they might think it's the short bus that arrived with some of the special ed kids getting off the bus.
Still,
Yes, hence we have one in the studio. Absolutely, Dougie. What do you got to say there, buddy? Shoot, my friend. I'm all ears.
stop talking about yourself. Still,
Yeah.
you're the short bus, man.
Oh, absolutely. I'm on the short bus. I think you and I rode the
Wow.
same bus, did we not? We were on the same bus.
Can we get through this story now,
Yes.
Dougie?
Okay, here we go. Back to the story. Though police don't believe they knew one another, he then swung the hockey stick, hitting her on the head. See, now, I would imagine if I was a criminal, not saying I condone this or would do this, but if I was a violent individual that walked into a mall with a hockey stick and saw a pregnant broad, I would probably go for the belly. I'm not saying I'd like to do that. I'm not saying that's what I would do, but don't you think a violent mindset would have tried to take out 2 birds with 1 stone?
Now, where did he end up hitting her? In the head?
In the top of the head.
Yeah, you can hit anybody in the top of the head.
Yes.
But if you're going to hit a pregnant chick, fuck it, go for the belly.
Yeah, and like I said, we're not condoning
Yeah,
this
I'm just-
behavior.
if you're going to do it anyway.
I'm just saying, if I was a criminal and that was my mindset or the state of mind I was in, I would think that I would go for the, hence the cliche, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. But this person decided to go for the knock.
Finish the goddamn story. Still,
What's that?
finish the fucking story.
I'm trying,
He's
Dougie.
trying, but there's a retard across the studio that keeps interrupting him.
So listen, Dougie, pipe
It's
down.
still the one that's doing it, man.
And by
Come
that, I
on,
meant
finish.
me. So
Yeah,
go-
that chick got hit in the head with the hockey stick. Come
Yeah.
on.
Okay, here we go. Shh. She fell to the ground and was struck again, police described in the statement. The male began attacking her, attacking several other men and women with a stick. So this turned into some sort of hockey melee. You know, I've seen this happen in when I've been to hockey events, actually, live and in person. So this is really no different from the hockey as it used to be played in the 70s and the 80s. A total of 6 people, including 2 security. Well, I like the fact he took out the rent-a-cops. That's good work on his part. 2 security guards who took him into custody were also assaulted. The man was detained under the Mental Health Act and taken to the hospital, where police spokesman Carol Carlson said an assessment will determine if the 6 charges of assault with a weapon and 1 count of possession of a weapon will be laid. Laid? That's a strange use of that word. The victims all received minor injuries, including the pregnant woman who was treated and released. So apparently they do not go with the mass shootings to our neighbors to the north. They just run through malls with hockey sticks and start striking people.
Still, what happened with that baby of the pregnant woman?
She got hit on the head, Dougie, earlier in the story. The first sentence in the story, he hit her, struck her aside the head. Yes.
He hit her in the head, but she could have still had a miscarriage.
I think if that was the case, the story probably would have alluded to that fact.
No, sometimes stories don't.
Well, maybe it's still in progression, and maybe that'll transpire down the road. But at this particular juncture, they said minor injuries. I would think if there was a damage to the fetus, they would have said major injuries sustained.
Jeffrey's pointing out maybe this is what happened to Dougie. Maybe his mom got hit in the head with a hockey stick.
Like you always have major injuries, man.
Yes, to my hand from beating off. Here's the masturbatory joke.
To your head.
Oh, for what?
Fucking screaming too loud, man.
Oh, yes. Oh,
you're going to have a heart attack.
If you're going to talk on the radio, don't scream, man.
See, in the chat room, they're making fun of our new signs in the studio.
Oh, really? They don't like Schlitzenblatt's beer?
Yes, they're thinking that it's from the 1950s, which it may very well be.
That's very possible.
I have a Blatt Steel of Schlitz, so...
Who cares? If you don't like it?
Okay. We got it.
No, but listen.
Okay, Dougie.
You don't like it? If you don't like old school shit, don't fucking watch it. And get the fuck out of there.
Absolutely. There you heard it, folks. Dougie.
They're also pointing out this week, Dougie. Last week, Rackley.
Yes.
Guess the retard next week.
That would be Martin Steele. We're as retarded as it gets as well. So
Steele's retarded every fucking week.
Yes. Okay, we're running out of time here on the first show. We got to go. Anything else you want to mention before we leave?
Frankly,
I'm exhausted from Dougie, quite frankly, from him piping in every 2 seconds.
I wish I had some more stuff.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back with the second show later in the week. Of course, if you're watching live, we'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Yes.
Right? Is that the deal on that?
Yes, on Tank TV.
Hey, listen up, Steel. I got a new closer for the show, too.
Oh, great. But we'll be back in about 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah. So, hold on. We got to talk through the music and all that stuff. We can't just leave. That's not professional.
Yes, this is a new... I thought you said it was a new opener, fuckhead.
No. First off, I said new closer. This is the outro. This isn't the closer. The closer comes after the outro.
I wish we'd get new outro music.
Wish you would know your fucking your terms here.
You know, I haven't cared for the outro music since day one. Are we going to change it anytime soon?
No, I think Joe Brandy's going to like this new one. If you're watching live, we're back in about 10 to 15 minutes. If you are listening on the audio feed, we are back on Friday. If you're watching the video recorded on Ustream, I guess you can get it whenever the fuck you want. Who gives a fuck, right?
And always go to FromTheVille.com for all of the archives and past episodes anytime at your convenience. We are out of here, and hopefully Dougie will have another beer and pass out. See you.
The Tank Community website was created for fans of Tank TV and radio. It is the only free community on the internet that you get paid for being active and playing the game. Each month you can win cash and prizes just for watching Tank TV and listening to Tank Radio and being a good little soldier by building up the Tank Army. There's a lot going on, so sign up for free and check it out. If you don't like it, that's the worst that can happen. I'll just shoot you and delete your profile like you've never, ever existed. Tank TV, the adult news channel. www.tanctv.com. We'll blow you away.